When I first came in, I always made music to make it like other people.
Travis Scott is one of the most listened to rappers in the world today. He has become wildly popular over the past few years and continues to grow and evolve, not only as an artist, but also in business. Although many know him as Kylie Jenner's baby daddy, he has raked up millions upon millions of adoring fans across the globe. Scott has been insanely successful in his music career, not only writing and performing, but also delving into the world of producing, having produced hits for artists such as Rihanna and Kanye West. Travis Scott has continued to amaze the world and create a huge name for himself within the music industry. In today's video, we're going to cover some facts you most likely never knew about the successful rapper. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything we post. He used to date Rihanna. Now this fact may be common knowledge, but Scott used to date the equally famous artist Rihanna. The news broke in 2015 that the pair had a short but close relationship. Although this relationship was never confirmed by either of the pair, many speculate this rumor to be true. In 2015, Rihanna was photographed attending several of Scott's concerts, and even featured him on her 2016 album, Anti. Even though the pair were very vague and elusive when asked about their supposed relationship, in a 2015 interview with Complex, Scott shed some light on the dynamic between the pair. During the interview, Scott described Rihanna as his muse. Throughout the interview, they spoke about Rihanna, and when the interview was published, Scott was apparently outraged that he had mentioned their alleged relationship, as he had specifically asked Complex to leave out the information regarding Rihanna. Schlossman, the interviewer, said, "I broke the news about him and Rihanna, which they told me not to do. Apparently, what Complex editor Joe told me that it hurt Complex's relationship with Travis. This was in 2015-16 I wrote this, but apparently for the next couple of years, he would complain about that." Only a year after the supposed fling between the pair, Scott started dating Kylie Jenner, the mother of his daughter Stormy. Before the fame, many are unaware that Travis Scott spent the first 6 years of his life growing up in and around poverty. He was born in Houston, Texas, and spent the first 6 years of his life living with his grandmother in South Park, an area notorious for a time crime rate. Once he turned 6, he moved in with his parents in Missouri City. Following his high school years, the rapper enrolled at the University of Texas, San Antonio, but quickly dropped out during his second year to pursue his lifelong dream of music. After dropping out of university, Scott formed his first ever music duo with a longtime friend, Christ Holloway. The pair called themselves The Graduates and quickly released their first EP on MySpace all the way back in 2008. Unfortunately, this didn't perform well at all, leading Scott to form a second duo with his schoolmate OG Chess, calling themselves The Classmates. The duo dropped 2 singles together, both performing equally as bad. From this moment on, Scott knew he had to try and make his dream come true alone and quickly moved to Los Angeles to pursue his dream. As you can already tell, he didn't only succeed, he excelled. His real name isn't Travis Scott. Contrary to popular belief, Travis Scott is not the rapper's real name. The rapper we all know and love was actually born as Jock Webster II after his father. Like many artists, he quickly changed his stage name to Travis Scott for obvious reasons. In a 2014 interview with Grantland, he concocted this name from his favorite relative, his Uncle Travis, whose nickname was Scott. He knows how to play the drums and keys. It is no secret that the rapper is extremely talented when it comes to everything music-wise, so it comes as no surprise that Scott learned how to play the drums at the tender age of 3. His father was a drummer who was eager to teach his son as soon as possible, and luckily for him, Travis just picked it up instantly. Following his time learning the drums, he went on to learn the piano and was extremely talented in this area as well, but quickly stopped as it wasn't getting him any girls or attention from girls. Scott grew up in a very musical household with many of his close relatives, including his Uncle Travis, being extremely gifted at playing the bass. Kid Cudi is Scott's biggest influence. Legendary artist Kid Cudi is Travis Scott's #1 idol and influence. Before his rise to fame and even during, Scott was and still is a huge fan of Cudi. Kid Cudi and Scott both share matching Rager tattoos. In an interview, Scott opened up and said that Kid Cudi's music was not only an inspiration, but it saved his life. He also shared that he had cried when Cudi visited him in the studio while Scott was working on Rodeo. Many believe that Travis's name came from a mixture between his favorite uncle being Uncle Travis and Kid Cudi's first name being Scott. This has not yet been confirmed, but it makes a lot of sense. When Travis Scott first met Kanye West, Travis Scott was first introduced to the legendary rapper Kanye West while in New York. Upon meeting, the first thing Kanye did was give Scott a Doritos taco from the popular fast food chain Taco Bell. Even though the taco was covered in sour cream, which Scott apparently hated, he ate it anyway. This fact is extremely random, which makes it quite interesting. Travis Scott is a Broadway fan. Another fun and quite random fact about Scott is that he is a Broadway nut. During his high school years, the now iconic rapper was in multiple productions and has been very open about his desire to write and design a Broadway-inspired play for his next album. This would truly be iconic and a very fun and innovative way to tour and perform during concerts. Scott has also expressed his interest in acting and appearing in movies in the future. Held the title for most successful rap single. We are all all familiar with Travis Scott's first hit single, Sicko Mode. This song took the world by storm and quickly became one of, if not the most listened to songs during its release. Sicko Mode was the first song in United States history to spend upwards of 30 weeks on the top 10 Billboard charts. It remained the most successful rap single for a long period of time until it was unfortunately dethroned by the hit single Old Town Road. However, in our personal opinion, Sicko Mode is a much better track than Old Town Road. His music pursuit caused family issues. When Travis Scott dropped out of university, his family was understandably upset. Being a family that didn't come from or have a lot, their son attending university would have meant a great deal to them. Watching and hoping he would succeed and get a well-paying job at the end of his degree was something they very much wanted for him. Turns out Scott would drop out of his sophomore year at university to pursue his dream of creating and performing music. Once he dropped out, he purposely forgot to tell his family. During this time, he would ask for money frequently, which they believed was going and helping towards his studies. Little did they know he used this money to move to New York City to try and make his rap dream a reality. Although it is easy to look at his career now and think of the millions of dollars he has in the bank, at the time, this caused a huge rift between him and his family. The rift was so big that they refused to let Scott move back home when he was struggling with his music career. Travis Scott signed to Kanye West's record label. Scott signed with Epic Records in 2013, but quickly joined Kanye West's Good Music label soon after. His role wasn't what you may have initially expected. Scott joined as a part of the production wing, Very Good Beats. When it comes to producing music, Scott has a natural ear, and his musical background helps immensely. The pair have collaborated on many tracks, on Kanye's Cruel Summer and Yeezus albums. Not only has Scott produced music for Kanye West, but also for Madonna, Rihanna, and himself. However, the relationship between Kanye and Scott goes much deeper. The pair consider themselves family, and technically are or were almost family, as both of the rappers dated and have children with the iconic Kardashian-Jenner clan, Kim and Kylie, to be specific. Does Scott have a beef with Tyga? It is no secret that Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott's ex, has dated both Travis Scott and fellow famous rapper Tyga. Although Tyga and Kylie dated well before Scott and Kylie were an item, many have speculated whether or not there is tension or beef between the pair. On Tyga's 2017 song Chandeliers, he samples what seems to be ad-lib of Travis within his track. Many fans are unsure whether this is a dig at Scott for being with his ex, or if Tyga just liked Scott's sound and wanted to feature it within his track. Neither Tyga nor Scott have confirmed or denied any of these rumors, or whether Scott knew about his feature in Tyga's single. Regardless, we can only speculate that it must be awkward between the two rappers, as they both had very high-profile, intense romantic relations with the same woman. Travis Scott is no doubt one of the largest and most successful rappers in the world today, and only continues to surprise and amaze people. Not only is he insanely successful in his music career, but his drive to dip his toes into many different lucrative opportunities is extremely impressive. Travis Scott is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and we can only expect to see him grow and become even more successful in the years to come. Sadly, that is all that we could fit in today's video, but if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss any of our content.